What's up, everybody? What's up, and welcome back to On the Warpath. It's your boy Sanchez 405. If you're new, make sure you click that subscribe button and you hit the bell so you get notifications anytime there's new content posted. It's always like, comment, share this video out because you know what we do here. We talk about the Washington Commanders, and the best thing about that is we still got 10 games to go. That's right, as it is a Warpath Wednesday, 10 games to go. We'll reevaluate everything, and we get ready to take on the Philadelphia Birds, who look like they are virtually unstoppable, unless you talk to the New York Jets, as that was their only loss, as they pretty much dominated towards the back end of that game on Sunday night against the Dolphins in their little Kelly Green uniform. So the Eagles, man, we played them to overtime, 34-31 a few weeks ago. And this has been part of the skid right here for us. We've lost the last 4 out of 5, most recently coming out as the deflating loss against the New York Giants. So looking to get back on the right ship, lollipop. We don't know how that'll happen, but you know, we've got some hope, and you know, I know people are ready to basically close the chapter on this season and turn to 2024. And I don't blame them. I really don't blame them. This is not where we shouldn't be in this point right now. But at the end of the day, this is what happens when you're dealing with damaged goods. And what do you mean by damaged goods? We can sit here and blame the previous regime. You know, and I kind of liken it to this. Like we talked about John Allen's reaction or temper tantrum or whatever you want to call it. And I kind of look at it like this. The man has been a part of a damaged good facility for 7 years. He gets that professionalism, probably learned that at Alabama, right? Some of these cats that are coming up in here, they don't know how to be professionals. They don't. They were never learned that. They never learned that because they weren't in a professionally ran organization where adults were running the show. Let's be quite honest about it. And that's what's been the most unfortunate thing about this is that they could not lift it. It's been a lot more apologetics and denying what has been going on, or just kind of ignoring it. It's like the whole house is on fire and you ignore it. Finally, the firefighters came in there and realized, you know what? There are some salvageable parts here, but we are going to have an interior decorator come in here, gut this place. And I think the gutting is on the way. They're hiring the contractors. From everything that we see, we talk about the trade rumors, right? The trade rumors for Montez Sweat and Chase Young. What's up, Don? First of all, he said he was first in the building at 8:16. We started at 8:45, but Don was on time. Infamous, what's up? Yo, yo, yo. And then Spider Monkey, what's up? And he says, Dennis Green voice, we are who we thought we were. Did we let ourselves off the hook, though? That's the key thing, right? But rest in peace, Denny Green. I liken this to this, to kind of like these situations where we talk about the Commanders and they've got to gut this place. This is Extreme Home Makeovers, football edition, where they've got to come in here and they've got to gut this. And I don't know if it's chiseling off the Band-Aid or just ripping it all together. And y'all know how I am. I get mad in the moment. I understand the frustration. I'm not going to tell anybody that you shouldn't be mad. No, you should be mad as hell. And I'm mad as hell. I think the writing is on the wrong or is on the wall. Ron Rivera has overstayed his welcome. He needs to pack up his office. He needs to go. Will he quit? No. Will he get fired? I don't know. Who will take over for him? It ain't gonna be Eric Bieniemy. For everybody who's wishing and hoping. I mean, I listened on the radio today, and one of the guys was getting on there about it was Lou, laid back Lou was talking about, well, give EB a shot. Give EB a shot. And Kevin Sheehan, to his credit, I mean, he's got a point here. While Lou has a point about EB in trying to get this job, it was 2 things he made. 2 points he made. The guy probably would not get, if he's the interim head coach, and say he does do well, he probably's not going to get the job here. Like, he literally had to go lights out and probably win a playoff game or 2. Let's not fool ourselves. With the Raiders, right? Their special teams coach a couple years ago led that ship and got them to the playoffs. And really, maybe a bad call there and here and there, he may have gotten to Rich Bisaccia may have gotten them a playoff win. He didn't get the job. They got Josh McDaniels. Derek Carr's not there anymore. They went out there to Cincinnati and played the Bengals, who were the eventual AFC champions. What's up? What's up, Tony? Let's see. Yeah, now I'll get in that in a minute. And he says, any troubles, any trade of core players will just set back the incoming coach and GM. Let new regime decide. Will it though? Will it really set them back? Because let's take a look at our core players, right? Terry McLaurin under contract. Jonathan Allen under contract. Deron Payne under contract. These are Montez Sweat, last year of his contract. Chase Young, last year of his contract. Cam Curl, last year of his contract. And this is just on the defensive side of the ball. Kendall Fuller, last year of his contract, probably won't be back. So you might as well. I don't know of anybody, if I'm an NFL GM, why one you wouldn't get, like, why are you going to trade these guys? Why would you trade for these guys before you could get them in free agency, most likely? And you save your draft picks. If draft picks are your key and optimal goal here. Anyway, so going back to, they talk about Chase and Montez being up for trade, and maybe a team has reached out with interest for Montez. Nobody's reached out about Chase Young. They're still waiting for Chase Young, to get back on the scene. Now, he had a good game, a very good game against straight off the couch Justin Pugh. And that's just exactly what he was, straight off the couch. He really, I kind of liked him too. Chase Young was getting these sacks on Professor Xavier blocking him without the telekinesis or anything. That's exactly what it was. And now Linnell Willingham got a little upset with me when I said that, but all things saying, he had his way. Now, there's been a couple of times we've seen, and y'all have been on here with me, and we've seen Chase kind of slow up, not go 100%. Like, maybe he's thinking about, don't rush too hard. Gotta look for this next check. Is that a guy you want to keep on here? I've heard people, they say they want to keep him. Okay. Montez Sweat. He's the second leading sacker in NFC. He's 4 behind the leader. And who's Danielle Hunter? My question is that, where's Montez Sweat when we're playing a juggernaut? Old boy disappears. The one thing about Chase and Montez is very similar is when they play big time opponents, they tend to lose a step. Because I remember, I told y'all this against Arizona, right? When Montez got that sack, got one of those sacks of of no eyebrows, Josh Dobbs. I'm saying if this is any other quarterback in the league, including like a Daniel Jones or something, they're gone. You're not getting that sack. But you had Josh Dobbs, who was 2 weeks off the plane and in this new system, which he dealt with the offensive coordinator before in Cleveland for Arizona. But still, he was getting used to new personnel, getting to trust his people and everything. And it was just like, if his clock is a little bit faster, he's gone. And we don't get those sacks. That's what I always feel like. I feel like they can be both. They can be great players, but I always feel like they're like a half a second too late. And maybe we'll see this week against Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts was on the injury report. Now, that could be all smoke and mirrors for all we know. I mean, we'll see. So, I think if these guys are really looking to get traded, they are going to show off on Sunday at FedEx Field. Why are we trading Chase and Sweat? Consider trading them. They're your corner piece. I get everybody needs a pass rusher. And apparently, according to reports, people are willing to pay them big dollar and give them that big contract. So I'm not trading either one of them for less than a day 2 pick. You can go, and it better be a number 2. I'll let the ass walk. I'll let them walk. I'll let them walk. I said, well, okay, we'll let you walk then. If I don't get what I want out of them, I don't think we're going to trade him either, Mr. Cool. I think it's just a lot of talk right now. He's not on any trading, Patrick, but maybe they can trade Kendall Fuller for Taylor Heineke, and then you be happy. Ron ain't making no trades, right? Y'all know better. Why trade Fuller? Ain't nobody trading no Fuller. Let's see. I know we were overrated on the D line as a unit when the Bucks shut them out. Let's see here. The Bucks. You mean the Bills? Let's see here. What game you talking about, Spider Monkey? Let's see here. No way we trade any of these guys. Yeah. Major problem to me is position coaches that stink. O-line and DBs. Yeah, I mean, a part of it probably is coaching does have a lot to do with it. I think that some more than I think a lot of the DB struggles have came from a lack of coaching, because I think Chris Harris was a man out there. He brought that energy, and that secondary fed off of him. I'd love to see Chris Harris back. I wish he hadn't walked out the door, because now you have that Richard Rodgers, who's been Ron's buddy since college, and Brett Vesselmeyer, who is Jack Del Rio's buddy, who was the only guy that Jack Del Rio brought on the staff pretty much from a previous place he worked at. That tells you a lot about a defense that he's running, but it's all made up of Ron Rivera. And I've said this before. It was all Ron Rivera's guys out there. Steve Russ was when they came in there. Old Sam Mills III was still there. Richard Rodgers is still on that squad, on the defense. These were guys that came over from Carolina because they were Ron's guys. Excuse me. So I mean, I mean that's what you get sometimes, right? Let's see here. Okay, let me see here, Mr. Cool. Boom. Had to knock that up real quick. What do you think of the idea of subbing Brissett in for Hal for a game or two? What does it accomplish? That's my question, is what does it accomplish with Jacoby Brissett coming in here? I mean, do you really are you trying to win games? Are you trying to lose games? Like I don't know what you're trying to do here, because it probably offers a little bit of both. Because you've got this veteran quarterback up here, and you and I mean he could win you some games, and he might could lose you some games there. I'll be honest with you, Jacoby Brissett. I feel like for his safety, he shouldn't be out there because one, the offensive line is still atrocious. Now, Ron did say in his press conference today that they are looking at, is he really more mobile? Is Jacoby really more mobile? I'm trying. I've never really thought of Jacoby. I mean, he might be a little fleet of foot, but I think Sam is more mobile than he is. Uh, I think Jacoby might be a little bit more physical. He's more big body quarterback. He suits the role more than anything. But I don't know if he's more mobile. I think Major Tutty, Spider Monkey could start all other positions. Just put Major Tutty out on there. Heineke was more mobile. Yeah, he was more erratic too, but I mean, at this point, what does matter? Heineke's in the past, bro. I think so. He wouldn't get sacked that many times. I don't know, man. I don't trust this. I don't trust this offensive line to get it right as it's currently constructed. And Ron did say in his press conference that they are looking at options at the offensive line. This is what he said in his press conference today. If I can find it, let's see. Nope, they don't have it up here, do they? They don't have it. Gmail. I think they emailed it to me, so I'll pull it up here. But he did say that they are looking at, and I think JP Finley had asked him the question about it. Here we go. Where are you, Commanders? Public relations. There we go. Hal Rivera. Here we go. So he said, quote, we're looking at a lot of things right now and things that we want to do as far as going forward with the offensive line. There's a lot of things that we're talking about and discussing and looking at. First thing I noticed is he used the word things 3 times. But they asked him about that. So there are a lot of things that they asked him. And they also asked him about the mindset of the team. And he said, I think the biggest thing more than anything else is that we've got 10 games left. Kind of like what I said at the beginning, right? And he goes on, he continues to say, I think the biggest thing more than anything else is, he said it again, more than anything. We've got to focus on taking them one at a time, pause. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. It's the opportunities in front of us. There's nobody in the NFC that really is running away with any of the later spots in the playoffs. So if we take them one at a time and see what happens, there are a lot of good things that can happen, but we're going to focus one at a time and get ready for Philadelphia. Y'all have seen Billy Madison. Y'all seen Billy Madison. You remember when he was talking in that academic bowl towards the end of the movie, and the guy said, what you have said is some of the stupidest stuff, and I'm paraphrasing what he said, stupidest things that has been ever uttered by a human, and we are all stupider just by listening to you, and may God have mercy on you. So that's what I feel about Ron Rivera and what he said. Let's see. I think so. When he gets sacked. Coming up, draft 2024. Are we thinking drafting another quarterback? I mean, probably. They might, bro. They might. I don't know, Anthony. We'll see though. Let's see here. How's it going to end up like Patrick Ramsey? Don't worry though. We're building a young football team Takes 10 years to build a team. Yeah, that's where he missed me at. Was he was talking about that on Monday. We've got a young team, and I think like our average age is like 27 or something. That's not a young team. That's like middle of the pack. It's average age of NFL teams. Let's see here. So this was the ranking after the 53-man cut down. The Packers are the youngest at 25 years old. So that's the baseline. We were 25.8. And Cowboys 25.8. The Giants were 25.8. There's no one to worry. The Eagles at 26 and a hole right there. So we're about 20. We're midway. We were at 15. So I don't get what he's saying about. I mean, hell, if you even round it up, you'd still be on the older side of everything. We're the second oldest team in the division, tied for the second oldest. Giants are younger than we are. Not in the NFL, Patrick. Not in the NFL. Let's see. Nah, bro, he meant they are young as Commanders. I like what I thank you for. See, that's why you're here, Spider Monkey, to make me smile, brother. It ain't young, like I said, it ain't young enough. What are the vibes of if we win Sunday? I think all this goes away. They kick it down the curb. Ron Rivera's going to make himself look like a bigger ass than what he already is. He's going to be celebrating. It's going to be like Kirk Cousins doing the "you like that" thing, but he'll probably be yelling and cussing, and like everything we've got in this room is effing right here in this effing room. I told you if you effing did this bleep bleep bleepity bleep bleep, we'd win, and then we'll get our teeth kicked in New England. That's just how that goes. So I don't know, y'all, but it's just some wild things. So now that we get into the point, we get to previewing the Philadelphia Eagles, who come in here at 6-1 on the register. They are a number 2 power ranking as it is assembled by Pro Football Focus. Defense is 7th, offense is 7th, and compared to Washington, 26th, 10th, and 24th in those same respected categories. We look at the Pro Football ranking for the quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts comes in at 79.2, as our guy Sam Howell comes in at 61.6. They have clean pocket rating. Sam is leading the way in that category. A passer rating under pressure is much better for one Jalen Hurts, almost because it's almost about a 30-point difference there, as it is Hurts at 78.1 compared to 49.5 for Sam Howell. Big time throws, Hurts. Also turnover worthy plays where they're about similar. It's slightly in the percentage of Jalen Hurts, which I thought was interesting. Also, Hurts has thrown 9 touchdowns, but he's got 6 rushing touchdowns. Sam Howell, 9 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions. I believe outside of the game that we played him in this year, Jalen Hurts has turned the ball over. Yep, Jalen Hurts has turned the ball over at least once in each one of the game outside of the game against New England and against us a few weeks ago. So Minnesota forced a turnover. Tampa forced a turnover. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Interception. Sorry. Minnesota picked them off once. Tampa picked them off twice. We didn't pick them off at all. LA Rams picked them off once. The Jets 3 times. That was in that lone loss they had. And then he had 1 interception against Miami. So there you go. He did fumble once against the Patriots, though. And he fumbled against the Dolphins. Don't know if he lost that fumble or not, but let me see. Number of times fumbles, both lost and recovered by own team. I thought they would have told me when his fumble was lost. Let's see. I want to see this now. Rushing. 2 fumble. Okay, anyway. Doesn't matter. Young compared to his old. Don's crazy. A new post this week. Do your job again. Or keep on doing your job. Well, they need to rip that damn poster down because apparently it did not work. Did not work. Or it only worked for a week. Now you have to say, let's say, please do your job. I'm going to have chances for turnovers. Just got to take advantage. Forbes, get your revenge. If they actually put his ass out on the field, I think we'll have an opportunity there for one Emmanuel Forbes because he's probably been chomping at the bit after getting adopted by AJ Brown, who is having a real good season so far this year. He's got 809 yards, 3 touchdowns, 52 receptions. And we look at what he's done against us in 3 games. 15. This is career total against us as a Philadelphia Eagle. 15 total receptions for 267 yards, 3 touchdowns. So if you broke that down, divided by 3, it would be 5 receptions average per game for about 89 yards and a touchdown, which I think we would take that production any day of the week. And also notice this about Philadelphia. Philadelphia has a worse turnover rate than Washington. They are -2. We are -1 in that department. So there you go. There's a plus right there. There's a plus. If you can take advantage and exploit that, which Jalen Hurts has shown that he is susceptible to turnovers. He's shown that this year. The Jets have shown he can do it. So can Tampa Bay. Let's see. Do your job only works when people know what their job is. I think they know what their job is, Don. They just don't do it that well. You can know what your job is and not do it well at all. St. Jude's getting cooked out there to why they ain't bitches. Yeah, I would ask that question also, Spider Monkey. If the young guy is taken off the field for pretty much the duration of 2 games. I only got, I believe, 2 or 3 snaps last week against the terrible New York Giants squad. What in the hell are you saving him for? Like, how is he going to get better? If anything, you should just keep him out there. I mean, it's like keeping David Mayo out there. Like David Mayo, the Giants teed off on David Mayo, and heaven help us if they don't put somebody out there. If Khaleke Hudson's not out there, or I don't know what the situation with Jabril Cox is. If he's not out there, if those guys aren't out there, Lord have mercy. Instead of David Mayo, we've got bigger problems because the dude, I don't know if y'all saw the highlight or whatever. He was running and the dude was wincing. He literally was like, I don't know if it was because the wind was cutting him too deep or whatnot, but he literally was in visible pain during warmups running the ball. So we don't know if Cody Barton can go or not, which I don't know if that's good or bad. Don says that's addition by subtraction, but I really don't know when you subtracting and you put David Mayo out there. David Mayo's terrible, boys and girls. We've seen it. He is the white John Bostic. Somehow he just keeps on getting the job and keeps on getting cooked. Yeah, I can't believe you're saying that either, because we don't need no John Bostic. We might as well go on and get London Fletcher out the booth or something. Maybe he can take a week and get in a playing shape or something like that, because that's another thing. This linebacker core has been terrible. It was terrible before they got here. I would make the argument that the Washington linebacking core was in better shape before Ron Rivera got here back in 2020. I bet you in 2019 we had better linebacker play. And that was even in a 34. That's one thing we could get. We could used to, I always tell people, it's one thing we could depend on in Washington. Even though we were bad, we'd have some decent linebackers and a left tackle. We don't have that anymore. Anyway, back to the Eagles. Right? What's up? What's up, Shane Falco, Mass Collector? Y'all know, I'm keeping it a buck here. There's no apologetics in my tone. Like I get, and y'all not gonna see me freak out like other people. I freak out on game day, and I'm still gonna freak out on game day because that's in the moment. But I know Ron needs to be fired. I know he ain't gonna get fired before the end of the year, unless something crazy happens to Josh Harris. Like, well, we found our guy. It's time to fire Ron, and I'm talking about like his general manager. I do think our wins improved with Rivera. Yeah, I do too. But the linebacking core, you got to think about this, Mr. Cool. One, is your offensive line better? I would argue no. I would argue that the assembling of Donald Penn, Eric Flowers, Chase Roulier, who's our right guard then? Brandon Sheriff, Morgan Moses. That's worlds way different than Leno, Sadiq Charles, who couldn't get on the field for the first for the first 3 seasons of his career, mind you, and who's in a contract year. There was a joke I used to make about Sadiq Charles. I'd say, God, I who's going to be my comeback player that year? I don't know if it was last year or the year before last. I said all Sadiq Charles has to do is play 5 snaps, and he's the comeback player of the year because he didn't play. I think it was going in after his rookie season. Because remember, he started at right tackle, I think, or he started at New York his rookie year and got hurt on the second or third play of the game. And I said, if he comes back next year, he's automatically the player of the year because he doubled his production. That's where we're at. We got a guy who could not crack the starting lineup with a declining Trey Turner and a terrible Andrew Norwell. He could not crack the lineup unless they got hurt. Then he was able to crack the lineup. That tells you all we need to know. Like, it's not working. It's kind of like, I talked to some of these high school coaches. And one guy I talked to, he said, one of his lone seniors was a kid who is a big basketball player. Should have been playing football before, but this was his first and only year out for football and played halfway decent. To me, And that team, they're winless. They are winless this year. That tells you everything you need to know about what's going on. You know, it's kind of funny. My mom's been sitting there with my grandma. She fell, messed her left hand up. She's good and everything. But there was a moment where she was asking my mom these questions. My mom said, I don't know. And I've said this a lot today. I don't know about Ron Rivera. Ron said, I pretty much said, I don't know. You know what my grandma said to my mom when she kept on saying, I don't know? She said, well, you don't know because you don't want to know. And that to me, that sits me back and says, just like, damn. I know she's being a little vindictive. I know she's being a little hateful. But there's some truth to that. There's some truth to that. Don brings up a good point. Samus Reyes. Argue no. That's the hell no. Don't forget Trent. I'm talking about Don, you right about Trent Williams, but I think that was stating the obvious. I'm talking about the guys who actually showed up and suited up in 2019 for the Burgundy Gold, and that was Donald Penn at left tackle, which I don't think Donald Penn did a halfway bad job. And that could have been the coaching. That could have been Bill Callahan. I mean, look, he's up there in Cleveland. Cleveland's got a pretty good offensive line. Look what PJ Walker's doing. 2-0 this year as a starter. I believe it's 2-0 as a starter. But he's won his last two games against on the road against Indy, and then beat San Francisco, which just sent them in a proverbial spiral. So, well, Samus Reyes ain't even here no more. Alex, he's retired now. They cut him last year. I don't know anybody who has 80 right now. Who has 80 for the Commanders? Is that tight end that we have? Kurt, is it Hodges or whatever? Warpath Wednesday. What's up? What's up, Harlem Shake? JC needs it. Y'all know this is y'all done messed me up. I got mad, and now they don't want to show me on the camera. Let's see here. Boom. Well, we'll have to what to say. Hey, there we go. We're good. Yeah. I would say he would need 80. Hey, but he's doing well. That was Jamison Crowder as a Redskin. This is Jamison Crowder as a Commander. He's 83 now. So y'all have to live with this. I am upset that Tressway couldn't win NFC Special Teams Player of the Week. Hell, that's another thing. Y'all ingrates were so upset about Dustin Hopkins. This guy's won. Curtis Hodges has 80 already. Y'all ingrates, y'all didn't love Dustin Hopkins when he was here, and he's landed up there in Cleveland, winning his second Special Teams Player of the Year, I think. So I mean, not of the year, but of the week. So he said, "Take that, Washington." But no, I'm kidding. Let's see. Warpath wins. That's right. Needs it down. Didn't realize Reyes retired from the NFL after concussion. Called. He didn't want CTE. Well, there you go. Let's see here. Hawk TV. Will the Washington Commanders do us a solid and add insult to injury to Philadelphia sports fans by clipping the Eagles' wings, please? Hawk, you kind of. I'm glad you brought that up. Kevin Sheehan made this amount because he was salivating over Bryce Harper, like salivating. He was just, oh God, Bryce Harper. I'm a big fan of, you know how he does in his monologue. I'm a huge fan of Bryce Harper. I just love his moxie and all yada yada yada. I mean, he was drooling. I thought I was listening to Philadelphia talk radio. All he needed was Howard Eskin up in there, and it would have been great for them. But I don't hate Bryce Harper. I despise him a little bit. I love Trey Turner. I like Schwarber, but he wasn't here for that long. Kevin Long was hitting coach. Okay, whatever. Then he went on this soliloquy to basically shame people for saying there are arch rivals. Philly is our arch rival. And I think he got it, and he's smarter than this. They weren't talking. I can't stand anything about Philadelphia. When I think of arch rivals in an arch rival city, I think of Philadelphia. I hate the Sixers. Although, you know, Josh Harris owns the Sixers, bump them. They were upset about that. Howard Eskin was hot about him owning the 76ers and then owning the Commanders. Like he was hot about it. He made a big deal. So can't really stand them. I'm a Wizards fan, right? I've hated the Flyers. And them and the Capitals have had bouts in the playoffs before. And then the Eagles. Like, I say this without I don't really care about the Giants. Like, the Giants are what they are. I don't like them, but okay, whatever. I kind of have a slight respect for the Giants. Some of the fans are off the key, but that's in every fan base. Oh, we've got off the key fans. Philadelphia, and I made this point to Reese Waters when he was on the radio. I can't stand Philadelphia. The Crack Bell, they have a statue to a fictional character in Rocky Balboa and running up them stairs of the hall and everything like this. And I can't stand Philadelphia. I would not want to go to Philadelphia. Now, I love a good cheesesteak. I don't even call them Philly cheesesteaks because I call them cheesesteaks or steak and cheese because I refuse to say that PH word unless I have to. It's like cussing. It's like cussing out my own mama when I say Philadelphia. Ugh. Yeah. So anyway, besides that, I can't stand Philly. That's why I want this game, even though we've lost the last 4 out of 5 to them. Anyway, but it felt good last year when we beat them. Let's see. Make this weekend for Philly fans miserable one team. Let's see. Kickers always do good when they leave. Yeah, Sean Sweezum, Graham Gano. A lot of these kickers are out here. Joey Sly, once he leaves, he'll be all world, and he won't have the yips anymore. Maybe it's the field. Sam Howell is going to be ham sandwich after the season. Yeah, he might. What's up, Marcus? You're never late. You're always on time. I hope Washington makes changes to the offense. I hope so too. And we'll start calling you Mugshot Marcus because you got them on the Facebook. You got them mugshots of them guys. You're like, this is what we need to change. Like I said, Cornelius Lucas, I'd like to see him out there a little bit more. I think Ricky Stromberg has made a good impression for him. They didn't give up a sack when Ricky was out there. So that's a plus. In my book, that's a plus. I don't care who you're playing. We could be playing Minnesota Toothpaste College of the spineless, and I would be happy with that. Let's see here. If we lose to Philadelphia, I think John Allen might body slam JP Finley in the locker room. Hey, kudos to JP. I'm glad he asked that question. Some people get mad at JP. He got a job to do. He's got a job to do. Yeah, it's the Eagles more than the Cowboys for me now. That's kind of where I'm at. I hate Jerry Jones. I really despise Cowboy fans, and I married one. And she's different, and there's very different types of Cowboy fans. Like the Cowboy fans in the DMV, they're too ignorant for me. They're too ignorant. They're either they've got the old starter jacket from 95. They've got that faded out Michael jersey 88 throwback like jersey with the stars on the side and everything that they wear. They got dirty white New Balances, probably wearing some black jeans or something, or they might even be wearing some old Timberlands, right? And the guy got a gold tooth. His name's probably like Chester or something, and he works for he works for the county dump or something like that, right? Or he works the night shift as as like the watchman at the at the local what a shopping center that only has like a Chinese restaurant and probably an old video store and maybe a pizza place. That's what those kind of guys remind me of. Yeah. Let's see here. Rocky is a good movie though. Yeah, it is. Philadelphia. Filthy Delphia. Blew it. Didn't do it. Hey, that is true. Did you see Ronco? Yep. Let's see here. Stromberg really wanted to be in Washington when he got drafted. Yeah. Chester. Yeah. Remember when you went to a Cowboys game in Tennessee? Yeah, you're right. I said yes. And I agree. Alex, I ain't lying. That is exactly what hell looks like. That was a bad night. Yeah, Nick Sirianni also doubles down as a douche face to me. He is very annoying. I like Cowboy fans, though. You can talk trash, have fun. Don't worry about getting stabbed or punched in the Eagle saying, yeah, you're right. What's up, Uptown Dre? Yo, I rock with the New Balances. Just got fresh pair today. Salute you. I'm talking about you keep them clean, though. Are they white? Are they white New Balances? That's what I got to know. Yeah, and they probably still buy stuff out of the J.C. Penney's catalog. They probably think Montgomery Ward's is still open. That's the Cowboy fans I'm talking about. I hate Cowboys, Eagles, Bills, Giants, Patriots. Damn, you hate everybody we played this year so far, Marcus. Anyway, so a couple things about Philadelphia. We talk about Devontae Smith. He had a career game against us last year, 169 yards. Some of which Ron should have challenged because he was definitely out of bounds, but Ron refused to challenge. But he challenged it. See, that's another thing with Ron Rivera. His challenges don't make sense. And we talked about this on Monday. They got an old Julio Jones, too. They got like all these SEC guys. Hey, if you went to Bama or played in the SEC, they got you. They'll trade for it. They got Kevin Byard now. And he's a Philly native. Let's see. Okay. So let's kind of dive into the matchups that I'm looking forward to seeing here. As always, I love Terry McLaurin on Darius Slay. A big play Slay against Terry. Terry usually has the number against him. We've seen it. Terry has caught 53 balls for 784 yards against the Eagles. And a lot of that has been against Darius Slay in the recent there. He's got 3 touchdowns to his register as well. I don't think he's had a touchdown since that 2019 season. Let me see. Because I got his splits here. 3 cuts. I think he scored 1 in each one of the let's see. Terry. Philly. Okay. So when we beat them at their place. So he's only scored 1 touchdown against Philadelphia at home, and that was in a loss back in 2019. But he has not scored a touchdown against Philadelphia since New Year's since the 3rd of January in 2021. So pretty much going on over 2 years, he has not scored against Philadelphia. That's got to change. We want him to be the Eagles killer. He's got to get involved. So he's got the yardage now. He had 102 yards against them last year, 128 yards against them last year. And then in our most recent matchup against him, he had 86 yards. I think if we got a chance to win, Terry McLaurin has to get over 100 yards. Eric Bieniemy in the past, these last couple of games, you get Terry McLaurin involved. The craziest thing happens. Washington starts being relevant. So I don't care how you do it. Get the son of a gun involved. That's my first thing right there. That's my other matchup. The other matchup I want to see, and it's going to be a horrible one, but if they do retool this offensive line, Philadelphia boasts the number 5 or the number 3 sack of the defensive line, right? They got 23 sacks to their register. I want to see this D-line against this O-line. If they reshuffle, if Ron's saying they're looking at some things and something and out about abundance of caution, I want to see that. They've got Jalen Carter up there. We know they got Fletcher Cox, hell of a name for a guy who's on the defensive line. And we know Hassan Reddick got his first sack against us. The Morrow guy, he had 3 sacks against Sam. And this offensive line, they got to stop giving up. 5's got to stop being the magic number. Can I get you down to 4? Can I buy back a Val, Alex, and maybe get to 3? I put down some more fingers, and we might be flipping somebody off here. But like, if I can get down to like 4 or 3, I'd like that a lot more than being 5 and 6 where we've been at. This offensive line has given up 11 sacks in the last 2 games. That's all you need to know. There's your 1-1 right there. Also, another opposite side, AJ Brown against whoever. We know that we are still waiting the CPS case to be done against AJ Brown and what he did to Emmanuel Forbes a few weeks ago, back on October 1st of this year. Now we need to see. I hope we get the results and maybe he gets suspended for that, which I think they drug tested his ass after that game because they didn't think Washington could be that incompetent in coverage, but it suits him. He passed it. Somebody should have just snuck a syringe up in that sample or something and made it look bad. But anywho, that's another matchup I want to see. If you can lock him down, I think you get an opportunity to win this game. I also look at Washington. If we're going to win this game, right, and y'all tell me what do you think too, and I'll read them off on the comments. What does Washington need to do? Give me one thing that Washington needs to do to win this game. And I'll read them here in a moment as I catch up on my comments. Black, see, there you go. That's fine. See, nothing dirty. Like they wear them them dirty. Like every Cowboy fan, they got them dirty white New Balances, and they got more ash on the elbows than Tyrone Biggins at a crack house. That's all I'm saying. Not trying to be offensive, but it's actually true. Okay, but wasn't he out of bounds on Sunday? He was out of bounds. Better throw the ball to Terry before the third quarter. That's facts, Alex. I'm concerned about the running game. We didn't look good against the run last week. There you go. Stromberg is a gym. Let's play him. Get the pigskin to Terry early and often. Feed him. Let's see here. Maybe also Ron Rivera brings Jabril Cox off the practice squad and 3 O-line checks. Let me ask y'all something to the Jabril Cox conversation. If he's that valuable, right? I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying that he isn't. Wouldn't there have been claims on him? I'm just asking the question. I'm posing the question. Wouldn't there have been some claims on him? That's all I'm thinking. I'm just asking here. I'm like, I just asking the question. Somebody gave me a thought. I asked a question. I mean, Terry hasn't scored a passing touchdown. Haven't had a receiving touchdown since last year. That's fact. That's true. This is true. He does not have a touchdown this season. And that blows my mind. That blows my mind. Yeah, what are you talking about? Yes, he does. I thought he did. He had that hell of a touchdown catch against the Broncos. What are you talking about? He ain't caught one since then. Impervious 99 says they got no shot. A crackhead security guard from down east. Let's see. The number one thing I want to see is adjustments to play calling scheme on offense. Let's see here. Larson at center can't hurt. Right? Get the running game going. Pressure Jalen Hurts. RPO screens to B-Rob. I agree with that. Patrick West, what's up, man? Figure out to run the ball. Let's see. Cox got to be better than David Mayo. He can't cover a sloth. Let's see here. He recovered a fumble. And I guess you could say B-Rob passed to McLaurin on that play at the goal line. No, he had one. He had a 20-yard touchdown reception against the Broncos. If we clamp down on AJ, spy Jamin on Hurts, and maybe we'll get a chance. Yep. Looking at EB as to why Terry isn't back. I'm looking at EB too. That EB, it make your job a whole lot easier. You focus in on Terry. Like, this is my problem with EB, is the fact that I think he's not looking at this job. He's trying to get the next job without actually laying the foundation in this current job. That's me. I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like. I can't wait to hear his press conference because there's going to be a lot of this coach speak BS. He's going to smile. He's going to wear his glasses. He's going to have that 5 o'clock shadow, and he's just going to be like, Let me tell you something. Eric Bieniemy knows that Eric Bieniemy needs to run the ball. Will Eric Bieniemy run the ball? Eric Bieniemy doesn't know. But I will tell you one thing. Eric Bieniemy knows that we got some guys in that locker room that are hurting right now, and they want to win ball games. Eric Bieniemy knows that. And when they hear that Eric Bieniemy doesn't want to win ball games, they start questioning Eric Bieniemy's play calling. And why does Eric Bieniemy not run the ball? Because Eric Bieniemy is hungry and wants to win the game. Like, it's just the same, that crock of shit right there. That kind of grinds my gears. So like I said, Washington can win this game if they force turnovers on Jalen Hurts. That's one of the key. That's my first key to the game. Force Jalen Hurts to get interceptions, to give you the ball. And that also doubles down as pressure in him as well. So get to him, make him feel uncomfortable. On the opposite side of the ball, you have to establish the run, and you have to be creative with that. Sometimes you might have to go jet sweep. I don't think running up the middle every time against that vaunted defensive line is going to work. So be creative with that. Maybe you want to run Chris Rodriguez. I think you need to get Antonio Gibson a little bit more involved in the game as well, to get him out in space. We saw when he's out in space, this offense seems like it runs a little bit better. Logan Thomas, you don't necessarily need to force feed him, but it is nice sometimes to get him. And can somebody tell me where Cole Turner is? He's been in witness protection the last 3 weeks. I don't even know what he looks like anymore. Get him involved too. Get Johnny Bates involved in blocking. You got a fullback. Get Alex Armour out there. Put him on the active roster. And just run right behind him. See how that works. I think on the defensive side of the ball, Chase Young, you got to get home, buddy. You're not going to be playing some guy from Montana's Frosty University where they go. That's where Wendy's sends the people to make Frosties. No, you're not going to be doing that. No, we're not going to Utah's under Mormon school for tow truck drivers. We're not going to be doing that. So take your assignment seriously. If you want to get paid, you want to go to the next, like there may be no tomorrow for you. Go out there, you and Montez, go out there and get that money. Go out there and get paid. That's what I need. Linebacker play. David Mail better not see the field, because if not, it's a loss already, y'all. It's a loss. And Trustway, here's another thing. Trustway don't need to be on that field 10 times. He don't need to be out there 10, 11 times, punting the ball for 5 football fields. That boy punted that ball all the way from D.C. to daggone Raleigh, North Carolina last week. 500 some odd yards. The devil is a liar. With that being said, Washington, 6.5 point dogs right now. Probably going to go up to 7 by the end of the week. Do I think Washington covers? Yes, I think Washington covers. Does Washington win? I don't think Washington wins. I think Washington loses this game. Yes, so surprising. Usually I say, hey, we got to win. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I'm not buying into the excuses. I'm going to root for us to win. So I say we cover the 6.5 points. Give me, it'll be the Eagles 27, Washington 21. And that's where I think that's where we're going to go. 27-21. Washington will be a hard-fought game. We'll look at it and like, damn, where was this team at last week? And we're going to be like, that's just Washington. We know what it's like. And they may give us some Ron. I can see Ron Rivera's press conference when he looks like Johnny Cash, the man in black. It's like, well, we really thought, we're coming out here in Philadelphia. That's a real good football team across the way. And some of the things that we thought we saw in the offseason and in the tape and everything. We just look at each other and we're going to go back and look at the tape and see what we can do. And it's on to New England. 27-21, Eagles win it. You can take that to the bank, right? We play up to competition. We play down to the competition. I think this one will play up. Either way, I mean, last year we lost to them 24-8. This game was closer in Philadelphia. So you never know. This one could be the blood game for all we know. But I don't have a good feeling about this game. I really don't. I'm not going to let them. I am not going to let them sucker me in. It'd be like this comment right here from Armand, right? You see how he's all dressed up in that? I would like that. Like, this is a guy who would try to sell me the car or sell me like he'd be my financial advisor, right? And he'd be telling me to buy stock in corn in Alaska. That would be like, I'm not saying Armand would do that, but I'm saying somebody dressed like that would. Yeah, that's Ron Rivera and company. We ain't gonna do that anymore. I love you, brother. You know that. Oh, gosh. I can get away with that. Oh, man. Washington. I thought, Lord have mercy. I thought he said Washington can win this game if EB swallows. I was like, oh, God. It's too late for me, Hawk. It's too late. Allow Sam to audible. before the 2 minute. That'd be something. That'd be something interesting. Yeah, another thing, you gotta get Jahan Dotson involved too. That's another one of my points. Get Jahan Dotson involved, man. Get him involved. I think that communication has been porous at best between those two. So I need these two cats to get on the same page, being Sam Howell, Jahan Dotson. Let's see. Read this one. Also, things Ron needs to cross his arm tighter and stare harder, more eye contact with the refs. Yeah, he made himself look like an ass dealing with the refs. Ron has been showing emotion the last couple of weeks. Yeah, he has. He's joined that old sugar squad, bro. EB, and with all that said, I'm all ears. He even said attitude. Washington win this game if EB. Yeah, I read that. Man, I read it. Get Robinson the ball 15 times. Gibson 4 or 5. Chris a few rushes. Slow the game down for how I love that one, Uptown Dre. Besides Jonathan, do you think any of the players are feeling the pressure right now? Hell no, I don't think they feel. I said this earlier, Hawk. When you have lived in the land of misfit toys for, what does he say? It's been 7 years. Yeah, there's just a different way. It's a different vibe of doing things, right? I just feel like sometimes you've got that not really Stockholm syndrome. I wouldn't call it that, but it's just you're a victim of your circumstances. And now that the process is going through, there's so much damage done to you that sometimes you become the negative that you've tried to fight off all these years. I don't know. But John Allen needs to shut up and go count something. Let's see here. Trustway punt and Shawshank Redemption. This oh Lord. They probably are, but I have to ask for my own sake. Let's see here. Big Simple. What's up? We lit, brother. I'm not the only one that got confident Washington will win against. Oh, yeah, you are the only one. I got Philadelphia win this one, brother. 7 years of being sick of this is, yeah, Hell, the son of a gun, when he lived here. He's a Northern Virginia kid. He know what it's been like to be a fan on that, or seeing people as fans, even if he might not have been a fan. He know what that's like. Like, shut up, man. This thing's wrong. Like, oh, we hear the fans. We hear you. Yeah, we're feeling it too. Blah, blah, blah. Like, shut up. I don't need you to tell me how I feel. I don't go to therapy for somebody to tell me how I feel. I pay them to tell them how I feel. Not the other way around, Ron. So shut up. Show me. If you want me to stop bitching, then you show me why I should stop doing it. I mean, this team does. This team does just need one big win. Yep. Then we play under. Uptown Dre says all pro 500 yards punting in the game is unheard of with 10 punts. This team is wild. We breaking records, boys. Anyone know why Ron Rivera always wearing black? Oh God, don't get me on that, Alex. I told you about that. I don't get it. Our colors are burgundy and gold. Why he always? I don't think he's ever. I know he's did it in the preseason, but he has never really wore burgundy, like a burgundy shirt, in the regular season. Now he's wore jackets. He's wore burgundy jackets before. He always wears a black hat. That's like Joe Gibbs' first year. He wore that black R hat, and you know what? That thing sucked. We were 6-10. What did he do? Change back to his old burgundy R hat. And what happened? We went 10-6. Went to the playoffs. Won a playoff game. Burgundy, Ron. Ron Burgundy. Ain't that hard? Where's Paulie? Paulie probably driving that Airbnb field. Because it will be that. Players have lost faith in the coaching. We're going to lose big. Armand, there you go. Let's see here. Commanders should be sellers if we lose this game. Should Commanders be sellers? I mean, probably, right? Will they? That's another question. I just don't know what you're gonna get if you start doing the fire sale. Like the Dolphins traded Minka Fitzpatrick. Minka Fitzpatrick was what was his numbers before leaving before he left Miami? Was he a Pro Bowler? Man, he was 26 when he left. He was an All-Pro in 2019. He's an All-Pro because they traded him 2 games into the season. He went on to be an All-Pro of Pittsburgh. He's been an All-Pro all these 3 seasons, or 3 out of the last 4 seasons, and was a Pro Bowler. I mean, I don't know if we have anybody on this team that's like of that level that can rise to that level of potential. I mean, people say Chase Young. I'm still waiting. I'm just sitting here like, wait. I'm waiting to see. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I just don't know if it's like baseball or anything. Like, and then what you gonna get for it? Like, I'm sitting. I want to be expensive, right? I'm not into these day 3 picks, right? I want me a day 2. I want a first round pick for these guys. If I don't get it, then kick rocks. Let's see here. Corey hit bait and switch, brother. Commanders all day. Yeah. Oh, let's see. I'm about to buy stock. See, you ain't right, Hawk. I told you that. What up, brother? Spoke too soon. It's not a tradable company. God, how did you do that quick? Let's see here. And with all that being said, I'm all ear. Hey, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Misfit Toys. Hawk, what up, player? Like and subscribe. Yes, please. Big Simple getting the love. And then they said Sheagles 31-24. Another low start. Like last week, I was up in NYC at the freaking game, and we couldn't get more than 7 points. Demoralizing. It was a long ride back to DC. God, I hope you took the train, bro. I hope you ain't drive up there. Let's see. If we win this one, we will lose the next 2. Yeah, we'll lose to the Patriots because Patriots as bad as we are. They'll ramrod us. I've been watching this team since 1968. Let's see what we do next year. Hopefully, this year. HTTC. Appreciate that, Patrick. This might be a massacre. Oh, okay. I hate Mr. Attitude here. Let's see. Turns out Ron hates Anchorman Joe. He can kick rocks. That's what he's going to be doing next year anyway. Then I'm hearing Jalen Hurts is a little banged up, something to keep an eye on. Yeah, and that's something we're going to fall in for. We're going to get sucker. That's like what bait and switch tactics, right? Armand? Yeah, I don't believe that. I'm not sleeping on no damn Jalen Hurts. Y'all must be out y'all's mind. No matter what happens, there's always next year. And then let's see here. Washington wins the game if Brian Robinson and Chris Rodriguez go over 150 combined. $150. I hear you. Let's see. Josh and Magic will let us out of the house. We have never seen roster churn like we will see in 2024. Let's see. Pat, aka Mr. West, and Big Simple. Yeah, I mean, I just y'all know how I am. I don't. I always say we run on and see what the end's going to be because at the end of your at the end of the day, um, I mean, we do have we do have next year, but still, I don't know. It gets old, man. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Well, you know, EB, he might do 150 passing yards for just check down the whole time. Check down, check down, check down to C Rod and B Rob. C Rob and B Rod, B Rob and C Rod. Warpath, you know, I'm like Apollo Creed. Don't throw in the towel. I hear you. You like that clown that they beat. I'm like the kid from The Simpsons, and that meme says, "Stop, stop, stop." He's already dead. Just stop it. Would like to take a moment to give y'all my picks. I wish Frost was still in here because I do have 3 picks for y'all. I don't know where we went last week, but I think we've been doing pretty good. The Giants and the Jets. The Jets are 3-point underdog. The Giants are 3-point underdogs in the Battle of New Jersey. Give me the Jets minus the 3. Pittsburgh hosts Jacksonville, 2.5-point dogs. I like Jacksonville in this one. Give me Jacksonville 2 and a hook there. Dallas hosts the Rams. Don't feel that comfortable about this one, but I will go plus 6 and a hook at Dallas. Matt Stafford usually plays well against the Cowboys. They got those 2 wide receivers and Nakua and what's old Slim Shady's name? I can't think of what his name is now. Cooper Kupp. There we go. Cooper Kupp. They're on my fantasy team. Both of them are. And yeah, so those are my 3 picks. I'm listening, watching like 3 NBA games and saying, did you run like a 15-team parlay? What did the Wizards do? That's one thing I need to do. I need to go outside of my hey Siri, what's the score of the Wizards game? Jesus Christ. Damn. Whoo, Lord, them boys terrible. 23 points. Good night. 143-20. Jesus. Damn, it's going to be a long winner. The Capitals are finally winning, I think. 6-4 the last time I checked. And that one. Hey, Siri, what's the score of the Capitals game? Oh, we won, actually. We won our first game. Really? We just won our first. Damn, we suck, man. Good God. Jesus, DC sports are awful. Well, like y'all always say, it's always next year, right? Then we gotta come on now. What? Come on, Commanders. Y'all gotta win this game for us. Y'all got to. Don't let them come on up in here. You won't let them talk about y'all's boy like that. Shout out Carolyn Cheeks Kilpatrick. Kwame Kilpatrick's mom. That's where we got that from. I would be remiss as we get ready to wrap up here. Rest in peace to Richard Roundtree. He was a bad mother. Shut your mouth. Just talking about Shaft. Yep. Shaft passed away yesterday. So you know, that's good theme song. That's like 3 Toes Deion Sanders said, get my theme music. And I say it too, but I've been saying that before him, so it doesn't really matter. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. Just talking about Shaft. Trust the pet. We got to trust the pet. What process? Big simple. There is no process. Yeah, we suck, man. DC sports just awful. God. Oh, maybe eventually. Maybe I might do a Wizards game. Would y'all be down for that if I did a Wizards game one day? I mean, we probably had like 3 people up in there, but yeah, that might be something. If y'all want a Wizards game, we'll do a Wizards game one day. We might do a Capitals game. I don't know because I can't pronounce all these names like Slucker, Chesnick, and all these people, and Fliff and Flarman, McDoodleson. You know, I don't. Yeah, all I know is goal and all this stuff. So the process according to John Allen. It's been 7 years. That is the sign up. That's the sign of completion, though. According to the Bible, that's the sign of completion. And remember what I read the other day? I said knock. It was on that was the Friday verse. It was says knock, and the door will be open. Hallelujah. Anyway, but I'll pull up for William. Let's see if we can work on it, because that might be actually hilarious if I did a Wizards game. Jesus, I can only imagine. They were some bad dudes, Dolomite. Yeah, see, those let me down and posted. See, I knew that was gonna happen. But hey, like I said, the fanatics or whatever the hell you want to call them are out. Thank God. Bryce Harper still brought that World Series championship to DC. Jordan Poole, what the hell was Kyle Kuzma have? What did he have in his hair? What did he have in it? Like, was it supposed to be like a rope? Like somebody shot him in his head. Like, what was that, bro? I'll never forget. This one was fun for you. See, a lot of y'all probably don't know, and this is just our rambling session now. Where is it? Instagram. So growing up, like many of us in the early 90s, I was a kid that watched Power Rangers. And Kyle Kuzma one day, he resembled a Power Ranger character. And let's see here if I can find it. And let's see. I will share my screen here. Later, bro. Yeah, I got them. I picked them. I picked Louisville. Here we go. So this is Kuz right here on my. You can follow me on Instagram. I don't work here. This was Kuz. Who did it better? Like, this was bad. This was a bad mess. I think it was it. Yeah. No. Did I get? Oh no, I don't have it. I don't have it anymore. Okay. I have to find it later because I think it's on the I gotta find it. It's in my archives, I think. Was it saved? Yeah. Yeah, it's in my archives. I can't find it right now. But that thing was hilarious. And I was even proud of myself. View archive. Here we go. Never mind. I've got it. I got it. Give me a second and I will find it. I will find the damn thing. But what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, Lord. Gotta find this thing. It's somewhere down here. I'll find it before we got it, because I've made this commitment to the bit. I've got to find it now. I've got to make the commitment to the bit. Let me see. Gotta make the commitment to the bit. Lord have mercy, where is this thing? It's gonna take a minute. Anywho, another one. Joey B. Joe Burrow. Wow. That's so frustrating. It was in here. It was here. It was here. And now it's not here anymore. Oh man. It was good. I was proud of myself. Anywho. 3, 2. Yeah. Anyway, can't find it. Won't find it. Yeah, we can't find it. I'm so mad now that I can't find the damn thing. But if I find it, I'll share it on there. But anywho, as I said it 3 times, appreciate y'all for stopping by. I don't know if I'm gonna have a game stream yet or not, but stay tuned for that because I don't know, I might go to the game. If I can't find anybody to get my ticket, we'll see. We'll go from there. But anyway, Washington, I've got the Eagles winning 27-21. That'll cover the 6.5 for you. And on to New England. After that, remember next week we will have Travis Thomas on here on next Wednesday. So y'all stay tuned for that because he is in New England, and we've got to get him up. About him and Scott Jackson got to come on here before the end of the year because they are my 2 top guests that have came on here multiple times, and hopefully I can get some more guys on here. I've got to reach back out to Chris Russell and try to get him on here because that would be a treat as well. Who can you not stand more? Says Abel. Right now, it's probably the Eagles. And right now, it's the Eagles. The Dallas is an enigma to me, but because you don't really know what they are, and I just don't fear them anymore. My wife is a Cowboys fan, so she's just, she's crazy and off her rocker anyway, being a Cowboys fan. Kamani says 34-17 EAGLES Eagles. So yeah, but that's what I don't know. What do you think? But anywho, y'all, back to the basics. Jarvis says Dallas better than we are. For sure. Sure. I mean, there's not too many teams who aren't better than us. Especially in like the NFC East. There's not a lot of people who aren't better than us. Let's see. I hope we win though. I hear that. I think this game could be a bounce back game. Couple weeks we go beat by the Bears and beat Atlanta, so we could do the same thing. Tough loss versus the Giants, and maybe we get a win versus Philly. Let's be honest, we're the bottom of the conference. Hey, we did beat Arizona, so we're not really we're close to the bottom, but we're not rock bottom. So that's the one thing. It's positive, right? Right, positive. That's positive. I would think so. Our season's over, man. Cut the BS. Oh man, look, I'm telling y'all, this team is the craziest ass thing in the world, and we can sit here and be like, we got them figured out, and then everything, here comes a banana in the tailpipe. Every single time you put you can put your dollar to it every time. We think it's over. Then they continue to fight. We thought the season was over last year. We thought the season was over in 2021. And then we thought the season was over when? That's right. We thought it was over in 2020. And somehow these bastards found a way to go ahead and get us on top of the world. And get on top of the NFC. It's not really on top of the world because, I'm still trying to find that Kuzma thing because that makes me mad. I'm committed to the bit. Let's see here. 36-19. Our team is so haphazard. I hear you, bro. I hear you. Haphazard. Anyway, let's see. Ron killed this team. Killed this team. Him and Ron. What? Him and Ron don't know why new ownership. Who's Ron? You got to rephrase that for me. I don't know what you're talking about, Ron. Why new ownership didn't go get a new coach. Hopefully next year. Yeah, they won't get. They weren't going. There was no time to get a new coach, bud. There's no time. They weren't going to get. There's no way they could have got a new coach in here. And what you gonna say? You gonna pull a Jim Zorn and be like, "Hey, we're gonna hire a new coach right here without hiring a GM"? That's the same. That's Snyder like bull crap. The Eagles are scared of us because they know we're inconsistent. I hear you. Yeah, that's Snyder like bull crap, man. I hear you, but I hear you. Meant to say to Ron and Stein. Okay, I got you. Him and Stein. Yeah, it was too soon. They didn't have time to get anybody, and nobody in their right mind would come and get. Yeah, I mean, sure, you could have promoted EB to head coach, but what would that have gotten you? That's some crazy mess right there to do that. Change is coming. Change is coming. We just gotta wait a little bit longer. But now the stench of the newness of the ownership group is the smell starting to wear off a little bit, and people want the moves to be made. It's like for so often you can start tweeting Magic Johnson. Apparently, he has somebody who tweets for him on his behalf. Before they gotta throw the hatchet down and get this ship rolling, because they want to win allegedly, and we definitely want to win. So we'll see going up against the Eagles here on Sunday. But y'all, that's it for tonight. I appreciate y'all. Love you guys. Remember, we keep that same damn energy. The picks: Jets -3, Jags -2 in the hook, Rams +6 in the hook. So if you want to go play those, go ahead and play them. But till next time, Sanchez 405. We keep that same damn energy, and we outlast the bastards together. That's how we do it here. But let's go ahead and get that theme music on. Till the next time, love, peace, and hell. Somebody get that damn theme music. We're out.